Has this ever happened to you? Comes time for a dynamic relationship to come to an end. Things are falling apart. The writing's on the wall. This just isn't for me. It's not going to work out. You look back and it's like, what was I actually even doing with this person? What rose-colored glasses did I have on that had me overlook these red flags, signs, or just indicators that we weren't really compatible? What was I tied up in? You're not the only one. You're not alone. It happens. I'm the architect, Dwayne Langham. This is Building the Architect, helping you design your life as the architect of your future. I was talking with a guy today. He's actually going through the process of a divorce, but we did work. He's a longtime client of mine, and he went back to the notes of when we first started. One of the first things I always have my clients do is go through, what's your ideal? What's the goal? What's the finish line? Who are you looking for, or what kind of relationship do you want to have? And this is something I practice myself. If you don't stand for something, you will fall for anything. Don't trust a big button to smile. It's easy to get caught up when those things we like, what looks good on paper or to the eyes, the flesh is weak. We get lost. The spell wears off and you look up and it's like, what am I doing here? Why? How did I put up with this? Why was I with this person? I always said I wouldn't be that person putting up with or with somebody just for. If it's really not what I'm looking for, maybe you had to get that itch scratched. Maybe you was getting some mutual exchange of benefits, making new friends, you could say, but it really wasn't worth your time. The ROI, return on investment, was not there. And a lot of times we wake up from this experience, I know myself, I have, it's like, that really never did work. Remember early on when you first encountered that and you first could put your finger to it, and it's like, yeah, but they don't have everything. Nobody's perfect. I'll go with it. I can work with this. They got some potential. Maybe they'll change. Remember, here we're all about building better relationship skills inside the design of divine energy. What's missing, why this happens, is because it's easy for us to settle. We got these childhood traumas. If you're not aware, if you're not self-aware, if you haven't done the work to heal yourself, it's so easy to get caught up in, you want to be loved. We're social creatures. We want partnership. We want to be accepted. And when you're getting some of your needs met, or if you're going through a dry season, a dry spell, being single, you're trying to make a connection, you're trying to build for the future, things slide or skew your view with that early on infatuation. Getting the things that you need on the inside, you don't want to turn away or let it go. But if you don't pay attention to the writing on the wall, it is going to be a bad situation. It's like watching a train go off the rails in slow motion. I know what it's like to be a great person, struggling to connect with other great people. Just want you to know you're in the right place to build balance and harmony in all of your relationships, so you can enjoy more lasting and meaningful memories without the friction, frustration, burned bridges, or wasted time. I'm going to tell you what's missing. I'm going to tell you what you need, and this is where I start with all my clients. Stand for something so you don't just fall for anything. Set your ideals out there. Now, this isn't just the on paper. She's got to look like this. He's got to look like that. 6 foot this, bank account that. Got to have the assets. No. That's just the surface. Those are good things. They'll get your initial interest. And don't get me wrong, you got to always have chemistry in a relationship. You have to dial in. How do you want to be loved? What kind of partnership are you looking to build with somebody? Is this a for life thing? Or maybe it does fit in for a season where you're too busy. You don't have the time. Maybe you need the flexibility and the freedom to have it work while you're on your purpose of building something in the background. Maybe you're non-monogamous. You need somebody who can adjust to multiple partners. Who knows? It's all up to you. You are the MVP. But the key thing is, do not go in there blind, just taking this feels good. Just taking they love me, so I love them. Let's make it work. No, actually have some standards. What are you willing to accept and what are you not willing to accept? Because when you can put forth those boundaries, when you can speak to what your standards are that you need them to meet and what you expect to show up and bring to the table, then you can get together and in a healthy way start to create and avoid that whole settling, compromising yourself. And on the back end, when all the red flags are getting thrown and it's clear, the writing's on the wall, this is not going to work, you're already ahead of the game. You see, the one thing about having standards is you start to raise the bar and a lot more people are going to be disqualified right off the bat. When you hold your bar, when you hold your eye on the prize, when you hold up to those standards and what you expect, what you're actually doing is loving yourself, showing somebody else how you want to be loved. If anything, you're being the example for that partner that resonates on that frequency. They're the same vibration, or they see that, understand that, and they want better themselves. So they're gonna show up, step up, and you two make each other better. Does this sound like the kind of relationship that you'd want? It's exactly what you got to go for. I was talking with this brother, looking back, and it's like now he can see clearly all the interactions, all the forms of disrespect, all the times the boundaries and lines were crossed, and he just kept going. This is even, like I said, for myself. I can see the things where I dealt with the anxiety. I was actually giving myself trauma just to be around the people I love, my family, because I wasn't actually honoring my boundaries. What I needed to feel peace and at home, in the home, I wasn't a stand for, and I just fell. I let the boundaries fall, the walls fall, I let anything go. Wake up later, no wonder why. They say hindsight's 20/20. But if you do it on the other side, if you flip it going in with a clear vision of what you want to create, it makes for a better relationship. If you got value from this video, this was just a snippet from my new book, The Dance, Mastering the Rhythm of Modern Love. This book is my download of knowledge, expertise, helping clients over the last 10 years in love, dating, and relationships, giving you the juice, what you need to get on the dance floor and get into your groove and putting your best foot forward. Also knowing who it is you want to look for, who you want as a dance partner, and how to find them. And then once you've got them, how to build, maintain, and keep that relationship for the long haul. Follow the link down in the description. Go check it out, pick up your copy. This has been another deep dive into divine energy. If you got value, hit that thumbs up for me and share with someone you care to get the benefit you did to help us grow. You can keep diving deeper with the next video, and I'll see you there.